They got some bikes, they're gonna ride through all the countryside, and they'll do it side by side. Kenneth and Allie, they're gonna rally through all the peaks and valleys. Shout out to Rand McNally. We're the West Coast ready to greet them in search of the end of the weekend. Well, it's a trans-American ride.
We're in Houston, Missouri, at a motel. Is it called the Lazy L Motel?
Yeah.
It's like 1:30 in the afternoon.
It's so early.
It's so early. We did a Nero today, 23 miles into Houston from... Where were we?
I don't even remember.
Somerville.
Oh yeah, the church pavilion.
Yeah, another church pavilion for the win. Your eyes looking a lot better.
Yeah,
I think a good shower helps, for sure.
yeah.
Your hair is this clean.
It's so nice to have proper hygiene again.
Yeah, man. When you're sweating as much as we are, like, even though we took a shower like 2 days ago, we didn't wash any clothes, but it took no time at all to get completely drenched and completely gross.
Yeah, and our clothes didn't dry. It didn't rain at all last night, but
Everything
was soaked and salty, and just putting them on this morning was bad. So sticky,
Yeah, very gross.
slimy.
But we had a super easy 23 miles into town, which was great.
It was great.
Yeah, like a little reward after how hard those Ozarks were.
Mm-hmm. I had looked at like the Google Earth view of the general Ozark region, and it's called the Ozark Plateau, I think, where we are right now. So I don't know how these mountains are and how they work. I haven't looked at like a full topographical understanding of the whole area.
Mhm.
I don't know. But anyways, I think we're on top of the plateau, and hopefully that means that we can ride it for a while.
I know
But I'm sure they break up at some point and start getting steep again.
There's some steepness. There's about 10,000 feet of climbing between here and Kansas. And that's split over 200 miles. So it's
That's
about...
not bad.
No. So it's about 5,000 feet of climbing for each 100-mile
100
section.
miles.
Which we did almost 5,000.
We did 5,000 in one day,
yesterday,
almost.
I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So,
That puts it in perspective. That's insane.
Right. It all falls away as soon as we get into Kansas.
Yeah, man.
Again. That first section of map, once we get into Kansas, is 300 miles, and there's 5,000 feet of elevation for the whole thing. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Something to look forward to.
Yeah, and Houston is a pretty big town.
Big little town.
Big little town, I would say. Yeah, they have all the amenities that you could possibly want. We're doing laundry right now, which is great.
Yeah, finally at the hotel.
Much needed.
It's such a treat.
Yeah.
Something that is completely irrelevant in your normal life.
Yes.
Stop at a hotel, oh, who gives a shit if they have a washer and dryer?
Right.
We do. Right now, it's so great.
Yeah, it's
Don't
pretty
need
awesome.
to bike a mile down the road to change our laundry 3 times.
No, it's one door down from us, so
Yep.
that's great. So
It's great for you because you've done most of the laundry work.
well, it's a joy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can't really go anywhere right now because we're both kind of lacking clothing, lacking proper clothing.
Washed everything.
Yeah, everything was pretty much in need of a wash. But yeah, took a great shower, had a Hams or 2, some water, got all the stuff that we needed from the gas station. The gas station that we got to when we first got into town was right next to the hotel, so that was super easy. You were looking at Airbnbs, and I was kind of tempted to look into the one that you were seeing that was 28 miles away.
There was only 4 options for this area of southern Missouri, and none of them were within 30 miles.
No, definitely
Or
not.
maybe it was 28. I'm not
It
sure.
was 28, but that's as close to 30 as makes no difference.
Yeah.
2 miles is an extra 10 minutes.
But
probably.
that was like the nicest, closest one. Oh, and also 2 out of the 4 options were tent sites that they
was
were
terrible.
charging $30 a night for a
Yeah.
fucking tent site.
Yeah.
and they looked horrible, and they were like 40 miles away
Yeah.
in the wilderness.
Yeah, no thank you. I think we've camped for free enough to know that a campsite is not worth $30.
Dude, no.
It's not worth anything at all, in fact.
No, it's not. Even
you're
if
putting
it's
a
like
tent up.
flat and has gravel, like campgrounds charge for tenting,
Mhm.
that's bullshit. Like, if it doesn't have a pavilion overhead and like access to outlets and running water, it's not worth charging money for.
No.
In my
'cause
opinion.
No one in their right mind would stay there.
My family has,
In
historically.
Shitty little campsites.
Yeah, when I was growing up, we would go camping and like buy a tent site for like 2 or 3 nights over a weekend and
Mhm.
just like tent.
Hmm.
And I guess it would be fun, like
With kids,
with
maybe,
kids and
not
like
for us.
you're driving from your house to a
Yeah.
beautiful location. That makes sense. But for us, like, we just need a dry place.
Yeah.
It would be nice and
Minimal amount of flies.
yeah,
Minimal
I'm
amount
not
of...
asking for much.
No.
Like even last night, I would say that's probably the grossest pavilion
Yeah,
we
I
stayed
didn't
at.
like it.
There's bird shit everywhere and
Everywhere.
grass,
Yeah, it was gross.
dead grass.
These people don't take care of that pavilion, for sure.
They don't use it ever,
No.
which means we were undisturbed. So
We slept well,
it
too.
worked out. Yeah, it was a great night.
Yeah.
And an easy push in the morning, and now we're
Mhm.
here. And I'm still struggling with wrapping my mind around the fact that we Nero'd and then we're gonna zero.
Well, wrap it, baby, because it's happening.
I think I need it. I definitely do.
Yeah.
But
We've gone 1,400... Well, let's say 1,418 miles, 0.35.
yeah,
We did the math a little while ago. So, not quite halfway, but getting close.
yeah. And like considering all of the weather that we've had and
so hot.
the terrain, it's been pretty solid, I'd say.
Yeah, my ear got fried yesterday,
Mm.
and I can still kind of feel it. It's kind of swollen from sunburn, which is not something I'm used to feeling, and not something I like. So I'm freaking out about it a little bit.
Lol.
But
You don't even know, man.
I know, I don't even know. Everything is fucked up in your world.
Not really, though. Like, this
No, I
is
know.
going to be such a restful time, and I'm going to be fine.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, you kept saying that you're like reprogramming yourself or getting reprogrammed.
Yeah.
And I think that this will be a good stop for that programming to really sink in and hopefully push us forward.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just touched it. Did something happen?
No, it just looks like it has like a piece of skin. Or maybe that. Yeah.
This is gross.
Allie's been combating some sort of eye infection, which apparently she's very susceptible to.
Yeah. Fortunately, it didn't happen on the AT, but after I got off, it was my right eye, and then that healed, and then in my left eye, and that healed, and I haven't had the problem for a while. I have, like, these eye drops, which I don't have with me,
Mm.
but this one has been intense and
Mhm.
painful, but I think it's almost healed.
Hopefully by the time we leave, it'll be like
Yeah.
much, much better. It's already
Yeah.
looking a lot better.
Yeah.
It looked better for the past 3 days, but there were a couple days where it looked like it was getting worse, which I guess it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just
But the body heals, and
yeah, the
this will
mind.
be a good time to heal.
Yeah, this little hotel room is very cute. It's probably like 12 by 12 feet. Got a bathroom, got a
very
fridge.
Nice, though.
Yeah, it's very
Clean.
nice.
We hung up our sleeping bags.
Mhm.
Everything's drying out and
Mhm.
getting cleaned. Washed all our dishes,
Mhm.
and it's only 1:30.
I know. Yeah, we've got plans though.
Yeah,
Gonna go to Walmart, do a pretty good resupply of things that are hard to come by. I might still buy a multi-tool.
Mm.
I think having pliers is a good thing out here.
yeah.
I don't have any, so that's a problem. But yeah, little odds and ends that you can really only find in big spots. I need some more fuel, bags, just a bunch of junk. Dang,
It's wet.
doing some surgery. Do you wanna?
I want to finish this and then
Yeah, but
do it in the mirror.
sure.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think the last clip that we made from yesterday was like a pretty tired clip for both of us. I think we were kind of fried.
Dude, yeah, you said something about, like, being in, like, a haze.
Yeah,
almost.
stupor.
A stupor.
Yeah.
Because of the heat and the terrain and just what we're doing. Like, this is so repetitive and, like, I've been saying, constant attention to traffic, and it's just been, like, yeah, a haze, a stupor, a really, really weird time.
Yeah, everything kind of came together to make it about as hard as it could possibly
Yeah.
be. Yeah, I mean, high 90s, going up like 13% incline when you're totally exposed to the sun.
It's like nothing I've ever experienced. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. I think I've already said that, but this has already surpassed the AT in every way, even on my worst days.
That's so funny, too, because I think it's so much easier than the AT.
Yeah, it's your sport, man. It's your forte. You said that last night. This is not my forte. You're right.
Yeah. It's just interesting, though, the difference between us, because, like, without having to go downhill, without having to... I mean, it's just so much about it is easier on your body, but then at the same time, for sure, some of it is harder on your body than the AT, because at least you did have the tunnel.
Yeah.
Even on those hot days, we didn't really often have direct sun exposure unless we were going across a rock face, which didn't really last very long often.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more so when we were in the whites, when it was so exposed. But even then, I mean, it was probably about this time. It was probably July when we were in the whites.
It was, because a year ago yesterday was when we crossed the mile marker that was 500 miles until Katahdin. So that's cute. And also, tomorrow's the 4th of July,
Right.
which is our memory on the Appalachian Trail of staying at Randy's house,
Yeah.
who's an unknown AT staple.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think it was on Gut Hook, right?
Yeah, it was. It said that he would, like, sometimes offer a place to stay. I remember I was feeling really bad that day. I had,
Yeah.
like, a stomach ache. It was really hot.
We were walking down a road for a long time,
Yeah.
and all the mailboxes had,
And I
like,
was just like,
trail
man,
magic.
you know what? Like, this is hard. Little did I know I would be here a year later having the same thought.
Shit.
But we walked down, and this crazy dude yelled at us from his porch. He was like,
Hey!
you guys want a beer?
It's like, absolutely,
Like,
dude.
yeah. We were planning on going into New Hampshire that night and staying at the college town of
Hanover.
Hanover. But we ended up drinking beer, having a nice little 4th of July.
Jumping off the bridge.
Jumping off the bridge, yeah. Fireworks.
We managed to get pizza, which I remember that was a big...
Oh, yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah.
That was like... That took a lot of effort to get that pizza.
Yeah. And we had a really nice time. That's like a great memory we talk about a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we're zeroing here, obviously. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? 4th of July is a national holiday for everyone. Like, everyone has off... Not everyone, but major companies give people off as the holiday. I mean, it's a Saturday either way, so it's irrelevant this year. But, like, it's a holiday, and we are biking across America, and it does feel like a fucking job sometimes, so why not have a holiday, too?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
this is totally justified.
Yeah,
And that's how I'm working through it in my mind. But
it's a lot to work through for this one.
there is, yeah. Man, and I've been on my period, and I've just had, like, raging hormones. I cried a lot yesterday, which you had to deal with, but like, not for any specific reason. I felt like...
Just assumed it was my fault.
No,
I was
it's
making you
not.
cry.
It's not. It's just, like, this is really hard. And I said something yesterday that made me realize, like, what I was truly feeling. I was like, I've never felt like the weak link before. And it's like a mental game when it goes into that, because it's like, man, I am the reason that we're slowing down and, like, doing lower miles. And that's okay.
Yeah,
Like, that's what I'm still
Grappling
accepting.
with, yeah.
And working through emotionally and mentally. But, like, yeah, that was my realization.
yeah. And I'm not trying to pressure you to go beyond what you feel comfortable with, and I feel like I've
Yeah.
tried to really...
No, you're perfect. Yeah, you're doing
Thank
everything
you.
right.
Thank you. I'm a good boy, not a bad boy.
Yeah, I would not be here without you. I keep saying that.
Well, that's true, but you also wouldn't be suffering like this without me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you didn't have the same skill level that you do. I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know if I would feel better about that though, because then I'd be like, man, we're both suffering, and like, are we really gonna make it? I don't
Mhm,
know.
mhm.
I'm glad it's only one of us
Yeah.
that's struggling in this way. And again, it's not something I can't push through. We are doing lower mile days, but we're still doing it. And
To be fair,
not
but-
sick enough to the point.
Yeah.
And I'm not sick at all. I'm just tired, man. That's it.
And I honestly do think so far the Ozarks have been like the Whites.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I mean, I could have definitely, in my own vacuum bubble, pushed farther than we did for those days.
Yeah, I know.
But even still, there's no doubt that that takes a toll when you're biking through that kind of heat. And I remember yesterday, I think I said when we got to was it Eminence? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we need to not be on the bike for at least 2
Yeah,
hours.
I was surprised when you said that at first.
It
but
was
it
so
was
hot
true.
because I just knew just the hills that we had gone over just to get there, which was the majority of them. We had probably done 2/3 of the climbing for that day. By the time we got to Eminence, was like 28 miles, and it was like almost 3,000 feet of climbing, and it wasn't gentle climbing at all.
Dude.
It was super super steep, and it was long.
Yeah,
which
just
is
like
unique.
these hills that you come up, you go down the one you just climbed up,
And it's huge. It's
and
a
you
huge
can
descent.
see it.
Yeah,
It's a huge descent. It's so fast. It's like, I mentioned it before, like when you're at the top of a ski hill
hmm
and you, like the tips of your skis are hanging off
Mhm.
like a black diamond or some shit, and you're like, I don't really want to go down this right now. This is actually kind of scary.
It's very steep.
Like, I know I'll be able to handle myself when I'm there, but
Mhm.
coming up to the crest of it is kind of intimidating.
Yeah,
Going down, especially because our bikes are so heavy and there's so much that could potentially go wrong
yep.
and traffic. But anyways, you come up, you go down that,
Mhm.
get over it, and then come up to the base of the next one, and some of them you could see like just
they
how
curved around.
steep it was and
Yeah.
where it curved, and you're like, I'm sure it keeps going after that. Like,
And it
there's
did.
no way that's the end of it.
Yeah.
And you just push and push, and at least for me in my lowest gear, and like I've been enjoying my vape pens of THC, so I'm like super stoned, and like it's hot and hazy. Like
Mhm.
I feel like the air quality has been kind of, maybe that's the Saharan dust as
It
well.
could be, but also just the
But
sun.
also just the heat and the way it reflects back
Yeah,
off the pavement. It's like
exactly.
this it's hell. It's like
Yeah.
so hot, and I'm listening to like slow music
Ugh.
because it's just like in
Soothing
those
you?
moments it almost is. It's like a haze.
Mm.
It's just like something to take my mind off. But it's been kind of cool though. Like, I have no idea how much time elapses
Yeah.
between those moments. I don't know where I am. I know that I'm safe from traffic because I'm always watching. I'm watching you to make sure you're safe, and I'm just like, this is my only reality right now, and it's really weird and it's really hard.
Yeah.
But there is no option but to keep going.
Yeah.
And I've had every single time I'm on the bike, I feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like it. It's like the exercise euphoria that Franco was talking about,
Mhm.
kind of.
Yeah, and we talked about how you haven't, even though those hills were so steep, you didn't walk up any of them.
No, yeah.
Because
I can't.
to stop and walk would be so much worse.
Yeah, definitely more
going-
dangerous traffic-wise.
You'd probably go from 5 miles an hour to 2.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then it would be so much hotter with the reflection of
Yeah.
the sun. I want to say I hit 44 miles an hour going down one of those hills,
Yeah,
which was awesome.
that's insane.
I know, I was gunning for it. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gunning for it. I was like getting in an arrow tuck, and I was like, how fast can I go? And
Yeah,
that seemed to be
I
the
watch
limit.
you rocket down those hills. I'm like, oh my god.
I used to be, I mean, because those hills you can see how they slope.
Yeah,
And like there's not even really that many
not
signs.
all the time though.
No, not all the time. But when it gets, like, I've actually started to really appreciate the signage that we see along the route. Because, first of all, I never really realized, and I think I really picked this up in Kentucky, just how much thought has gone into the road lines. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
man.
like where you're allowed to pass, where you're not allowed to pass for
Mm-hmm.
left and right lane travel. And also, like, when a curve is, like, something you need to start braking for, how they have those yellow arrow signs that are, like, showing you what direction it's going.
Yeah,
It really helps with navigating downhill travel on a bike because you can really prepare before you get too in over your head, especially if your bikes are like ours, so heavy and everything.
And I feel like as a driver, like in a car, those are just automatic.
If
And they
you even
fly by
notice them at
so
all.
fast.
Yeah.
Like, you do recognize them and you realize that you're cooperating with what they're telling you,
Mhm.
but everything's flying by and there's no effort that goes into it
No.
whatsoever. So,
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You just push the brake or you push the accelerator,
Right.
run over a turtle, kill a frog.
dude,
Man,
kill us.
yeah. We saw a frog. We saw a turtle today.
Yeah,
Got him off the road.
saved him.
He was a new species. A box tortoise, maybe?
Maybe. He, like, completely closed up
Mhm.
the front of his shell. I didn't think that they could, like, move the plates at all, but
He was not interested in being helped. But he was in the middle of the
he was
road.
right in the middle.
So,
It was right when we left the gas station this
yeah,
morning.
it's like, hey, turtle boy. Yeah, I've also been enjoying the vape pen, but in a different way. I'm a one-hit quit kind of guy. But today I was listening to Hella, and then I was like, Joni Mitchell will be way better than this.
Yeah.
So I put on some Joni Mitchell, and, she has this song about being a prisoner of the white lines on the freeway. And all this, like, imagery of traveling through the West and stuff like that. It's, like, very appropriate. It makes me think of when you were saying that you would listen to country music in Kentucky or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
Also, I have the soundtrack from Into the Wild queued up and ready to go. I'm so excited for when we're, like, in Montana or Idaho or some shit. It's just, like, blowing our minds. The fact that we're biking over the Rockies or just the landscapes that we're gonna have. I can't wait to listen to that and
Yeah.
just, like, be like, man, I'm a traveler
yeah,
and this is my life and I'm
Mhm.
so stoked on it.
it's so different than the Appalachian Trail.
It's so different, yeah.
Like, I really feel bad for anyone who's never been on the Appalachian Trail as a comparable adventure
Yeah,
kind of thing. Like,
this
if
would
you,
be a horrible first
Yeah,
endeavor.
you'd be like, you know
unless
what?
you love cycling, which
Yeah.
I understand, and I understand there's a community for that. But this is crazy, man.
Yeah, this is way different. It's just so separate from nature. Again, the only thing we do see a lot of wildlife. We saw a lot of wildlife today. We've talked about it before, but
And a lot of new wildflowers
Yeah.
and more wildflowers, which I've really been enjoying. Sometimes on the flat sections or even downhill, I just
Mhm.
like stare at the side of the road.
yeah,
So many different kinds, and they're so plentiful and healthy, and I'm like, at least someone is thriving in this heat, man. It's optimistic.
it reminds me of when we came out of the Smokies, and
Yeah.
we finally came down, and there was like finally green stuff. Like when we were in the Smokies, it was all pretty still winterized and dead, and you could see through the trees really easily. There was no real shrubbery, but there's some magical descent. I don't even remember where, but
I think it was into Fontana, which was before the Smokies, because we did see a lot of wildflowers in the Smokies. I think it was
Yeah.
Fontana, like coming down.
I don't
we-
remember Snowbird being there. So
We
that would be
noticed
right.
it was just like fluorescent green.
Yeah.
It just changed around us.
A lot
while
of
we were going
ferns
down.
and stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, what does that have to do with this? Oh yeah, well, just like seeing all those flowers, it was like that
Yeah,
because it is something thriving in what seems very inhospitable.
dude.
Um,
I wonder if we'll see cacti.
I don't
feel
see
like
why
we
not.
Maybe in Colorado.
Wyoming, probably.
Yeah, definitely not like saguaros
Mm.
and a lot of different kinds, and no eastern prickly pear because we're in the west.
That's true. What about western prickly pear?
I'm sure that's a thing.
Probably. Why not? But yeah, we're sitting pretty.
Yeah,
Waiting for the laundry. Got all of our stuff. We did a pretty good dismantling of our gear. I didn't explode mine out all over the place like I did last time.
we have to be very conscious. It's a small room.
Yeah, definitely don't want to be falling over bikes and getting oil stains all over our clean skin.
We're so clean.
Yeah, it's very nice. Got air conditioning.
Yes.
Man, it's the little things,
Yeah.
And I asked 3 different people so far that we've been here if there's any 4th of July celebrations, and no one knows, but the attendant here at the motel said that they did their 4th of July stuff for the town last Sunday.
What?
And I was like, because of COVID? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, so I guess COVID makes you forget, like, what a calendar is. But yeah, I don't see how it could be any more or less safe to do it a week before, but whatever. There's also a fireworks store down the street, and I have some fireworks from Austin and Becca.
Lol.
I threw one last night, and it was fucking loud.
It scared me. That
Yeah,
was crazy.
It was a firecracker snap and pop, so it really goes. And I had done one before, but we weren't under a pavilion, and I just my memory of it wasn't that loud, because I think I did it at Austin's house,
Yeah.
but that was just so open. And then I did it under the pavilion, and it sounded like someone shot a gun. I was like, well, that was
Now everyone knows we're here.
one of
and
the
we're
stupidest-
probably violent.
yep, yeah, we got guns apparently. While
we just blend in. It's fine.
That's true too. Yeah, someone was doing fireworks last night at that spot that we were at.
Yeah.
And it sounded like someone had like a really old machine that was like making air conditioning or something. Did you hear it? It turned on like
No.
every hour or so and just sounded like some shitty old, like belt driven, like raggedy old air conditioning that was like, you couldn't make it anymore. They don't sell them anymore, but somehow this person had it from World War II when they first got air conditioning or something.
I did not hear that.
Yeah, I'm
I
always
slept
listening.
so hard.
It was
And
before.
also,
Yeah.
about our plans for tomorrow, I'm also kind of hoping to sleep for like 13 hours. So
Yeah, you should.
maybe our plans will be set off some fireworks in the parking lot and then go back to sleep.
I'll just throw a handful of those things on the parking lot floor and then call it good.
Happy 4th of July, motherfuckers!
Yeah.
Go America!
Yeah, you guys are awesome. One of the things, too, I was thinking about today, because we keep going through all these small-ass towns, and even, like, a bigger small town is still really small. Like, last night,
Yeah.
Somerville, I think the population was, like, maybe 600 or so. But I just wonder, especially for the political landscape that we're in right now, if the majority of Americans live in cities or if the majority of them live in these little small towns. When you add them all up, it makes the majority or whatever. I'm not entirely sure. Let's look it up. We also have internet again, which is nice. We didn't have service for like three or 4 days, maybe.
Yeah.
Do most Americans? No, not androids. Fuck.
What are you looking at?
If most Americans live in cities. Roughly 80% of Americans live in urban areas, according to the
Damn.
Census Bureau.
That's not surprising.
I wouldn't
There's
want to
so
live
much
in those
space
small
out
towns.
here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to live in those small towns either.
Dude, there's nothing there. Like, when we were there yesterday, if you have a specialty item that you need, like, good luck getting it anywhere. I mean, I guess if you have a car, it doesn't matter, because you could always drive to St. Louis, or you could drive to Springfield,
Yeah.
or any of these, like, actual metropolitan cities. But even still, I mean, that just adds to the amount of time you have to be in your car, which I guess is a big thing for Americans, too.
Cars and cutting grass.
No.
Everyone's obsessed with cutting. Americans have a fierce passion for cutting grass.
I'm actually one of those Americans. I thought about you. You bring that up several
it's just
times.
a strange thing. Like, I feel like it's not a global
Mm,
thing.
it may
People-
not be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Half
But
the population probably doesn't even have a yard or grass to cut, let alone the machines and, like, desire to do it.
yeah, if you're poor, who gives a fuck? I mean, but you know, when we were living in Hobart, I cut the grass
Yeah,
like at
yeah,
least
and
once
it's
a week.
it's just like a normal standard thing. It's just like what you do if you have a house. It's just interesting. I've just noticed how many people are cutting their grass.
I just think
all
it's
the
therapeutic.
time. Yeah, yeah, and like people make it a workout and they make it like fun and shit. That's cool.
It makes your house look good.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
I know you don't care. You want to
It's just
reclaim.
interesting.
Yeah, different strokes for different folks.
Also, something else. Oh, yeah, in like the small town we were at this morning, we
Mhm.
went to the same gas station for like our dinner stuff and breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
They have like, at least all the gas stations we've been in these very rural areas have like seating inside, and everyone is always there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like,
they
all
all
the
know
locals,
each other.
They,
Yeah.
they hang out at the gas station. They smoke their cigarettes
Inside. Yeah,
and just like talk, and then we walk in and they like stare at us and are silent.
right.
So it's been weird, but like I also think that's a form of entertainment as well, at least
Mhm.
for the old people.
I would hope so. I mean, we don't look that weird, but it's obvious that we don't live in that town. I'm sure we smell like shit when we go through those places, and we have weird requests. I still So I want to go do a beer update. So in Virginia, Kentucky, and Illinois, we kind of went in and out of dry counties and very limited, very shitty beer selection. And that's still the case. However, now in Missouri, they sell hard liquor and wine in the gas station. So you have really shitty beer, which we're currently chilling on some as well. We have hams, which thankfully is just right at the acceptable level for being a beer that I'll get and be excited about. It's very, very much so at the bottom, but it gives me hope. And yeah, so you can get hard liquor or wine as well. So that's the evolution so far as we get farther and farther west. It's like everything.
He's hoping that once we get to the Rockies, they're gonna have like IPAs for days.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, no, it's gonna be like Coors Light or some shit.
When we
We're just gonna transfer shitty brands to something they make out
I
west.
hope not. The thing that I really want is I want those big cans of like Voodoo Ranger again, which
yeah.
they had those in Virginia because we were close to a bunch of cities, I think, like Richmond and what was the other one that was big?
Lexington. That
No,
was Kentucky, I guess.
it was like Chesterfield or Cloverdale, or it started with a C, I think.
Carbondale.
No, that was Illinois.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. The whole point is that I don't want a 36 ounce Budweiser, and I don't
Anymore.
want like I need to pair IPAs with these shitty lagers. Otherwise, my beer palate is just left very unsatisfied.
Lol.
And so I think Colorado will have that. I think Wyoming will have that. I don't have any expectations for what Idaho's like, and then Oregon is obviously got everything for
Yeah.
everyone. So I think it'll be good. I don't really know what small towns look like as you go farther west, but again, I think we're on the threshold of that. We only have it's probably about 180 miles between here and the border of Kansas.
That's cool.
And with this fourth zero recharge and the 0 day, I think
Holiday.
it's a holiday.
Vacation.
Yeah, it's vacation. Vacation within a vacation. I think we're going to probably hit the bikes and feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I think the weather is supposed to still be blisteringly hot.
It's supposed to be in like the mid 80s
Okay.
after it rains all day tomorrow, so.
Is it supposed to rain all day tomorrow?
It's supposed to thunderstorm pretty bad.
Huh. I saw that for today as well at like 4 or 5. So we'll venture out once we get our clothes and get some food. And I'm excited for Walmart. Got a good list of stuff that we need.
Yeah, we have a couple like little things we haven't done that we have to do.
I'm going to patch my shirt.
Yeah, I washed my camp pillow.
That was good.
Something else that is cool that I've been noticing about just like our general journey is that we're past the point of people like raising their eyebrows when we tell them how far we're going because we've already proved ourselves with how far we've come.
1,400 miles.
Yeah, and like when we said we came from Yorktown when we were in Virginia, people were like, "Oh, cool." But now they're like, "Holy shit."
Yeah,
You're biking across the entire United States, and we're like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
we are, and we're here now, and it's so insane."
Yeah, we're a third of the way
We're
there.
starting to blow everyone's minds, and they're like actually impressed at this point. It's like the point on the trail when you start calling yourself a through hiker.
Definitely.
Like, dude, I'm in this for the long haul. We're gonna make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's been cool. The interactions haven't been as like warning, like warning us of dangers and like warning us of how much we aren't gonna make it. They've been like impressed.
Yeah.
And excited
Well
for
wishes,
us
yeah.
and proud of us.
Yeah, that lady
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, at
They're
the gas
telling their
station.
husbands.
Husband, they're going cross
Look at these
country.
crazy hippies.
They smell, but they're sweet. So yeah,
Yeah. So that's cool too.
it's almost time to go switch the laundry.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to wait like another hour, I think.
Yeah, I know.
You could make something.
Yeah,
I got mac and cheese. If you want.
maybe.
My fuel canister is completely empty.
Yeah.
I threw it
I
away.
believe that.
Yeah. I'm shocked I even got one more dinner out of it. All right.
Alright.
Well, I'm sure there will be more to come as we continue to chill hard.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it'll be interesting. It seems possible that Athena could catch up at this point.
Definitely. I was thinking that.
She just got into Missouri, so she's got a fuck ton of shit to go through to get here. But
I thought she said she was at Pilot Knob, though. That's where we were, like, 2 nights ago. That was the park.
she was shooting for it. Yeah, I get confused about her Instagram versus where she said
Yeah.
she was, but I should message her and see where she's at.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Definitely tell her that we're here.
Yeah, for sure.
She can chill.
Yeah. So I don't know if we could accommodate one more person, but we could
That's
try.
true.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. All right.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
Last clip of the night. The Nero Day. Things have gotten exponentially better and weirder since the last clip.
Yeah, man.
I think we were just getting here, but now we've been here, taken in the surroundings, visited the local Walmart. I mean, you walk through these aisles and it just makes sense that America is the way that it is. And then we came back to the hotel and you made an amazing dinner. So delicious, so much good nutrition.
Yeah, we got 2 of, like, the salad kits. And they were really good. And also veggie burgers that I made in the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
And asparagus and broccoli that
Yeah.
I made in the microwave.
A lot of microwaving. God
and
bless microwaves.
guacamole and feta. It was so good.
It was a really good
Huge
salad.
salad.
Haven't had that in my
And
system
bread.
for a long time.
Yeah. It
We're-
was so nice.
It was great. Yeah, Charlottesville, I think, was the last time we had some quality nutrition.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been egg biscuits and macaroni and
Dude,
cheese,
oh
pretty
my
much.
God. Yeah.
So, you know, it's nice to have something a little lighter for our system when we're having
Yeah.
the time to actually prepare it and look for it and everything. And
Yeah, we bought like 3 aluminum baking dishes
mhm.
and then like put all the salads in those and like mix them. It was really genius. It was
Yeah.
a great setup.
It was a great setup. You should make like a cookbook for like adventure.
Life on the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have backpacking meals, hotel meals.
Oh my god.
Full kitchen meals. It's
Luxury.
like yeah, it's like depending on
What type
what
of
size your kitchen is.
Yeah.
Is like there'll be different sections. That would be so cool,
It'd be really cool.
dude.
You should start taking pictures of what you make. I mean,
Dude.
you already do, but
Yeah,
dude, the salad creations.
this is a genius idea. And then once we get on the trek, I can launch my idea and they'll give me funding.
Yeah.
I'll make a fucking cookbook. Okay, never mind. Anyways.
You're getting jazzed like I did earlier about my episode for Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
You're seeing
Sounds
the
cute.
possibilities. But yeah, it was so hot today. We took showers pretty early so we could be clean and do laundry and stuff. But man,
We
just
walked
walking
to Walmart, which was 0.3.
something like that. Yeah,
It wasn't bad, but it was so hot.
It was so
It was
hot.
like walking through fire.
It felt if we have biked through temperatures like that, which I guess we have, I haven't noticed it. But just walking in it, I
Dude, I
felt
don't
terrible.
know how you have not noticed it.
I don't know, man.
It's been so hot. That was like normal. I wasn't sweating.
I
Just
was
walking to Walmart, I was like, wow, I'm not like climbing right now, so I'm not sweating.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was really hot.
Yeah.
Really sunny.
Yeah, very sunny. And the clouds have started to roll in. The thunderstorm that we were promised earlier today, I think, is finally arriving. So that's nice to be inside because we didn't
Yeah.
really have. I mean, when we saw that this place was coming up, we were pretty much, beelining for it. We knew that we were going to be indoors and everything, but trying to figure out what we would have done tonight if we were out in it. That's always a fun little game to play
Dude,
when you're.
and we would have, like, if we stuck to our original plan, which was to, like, come here and camp one night, and then get a hotel the next day,
Yeah.
and, like, halfway through the zero, get the hotel. And,
Yeah,
like, dude, that would have been so miserable here.
yeah, it would have sucked.
And we got here so early yesterday, we would have had nothing to do but, like,
Today?
sit in the gas stations yesterday, if we were
Yesterday?
to camp. Last night. Or tonight.
Gotcha.
Oh, that was today.
That was today.
Wow. Man.
Yeah. So
Should we even zero here? It already feels like days.
I know I've started to feel a little stir crazy.
Yeah.
But I think it's good overall, and the time will go by fast enough that it doesn't matter. One day here, if it rains all day, it'll be interesting because I don't know what we're gonna do. We've been watching TV, which has been
So weird.
it's very weird and very terrible.
Yeah.
The commercials are bad. They're all for like depression and like rheumatoid
Dude.
arthritis and
Yeah, everyone
food.
is fucked up, and everyone is watching this shit, like commercials to buy shit and like brands of stuff, and like it's no wonder people are the way they are. That was like another revelation I had today. I haven't watched TV in like a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in Atlanta, we watched only Netflix.
Right, no commercials.
No commercials, but like this is insane.
Yeah.
Even the TV is mediocre at best. We're watching Chopped, which used to be my favorite show. I was like, this is so stupid.
I'm a little
This
upset.
is really dumb.
Yeah, we're missing part 3 of the Grill Masters series because the rain is coming in. So
We lost signal.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
They're gonna be like on the dessert round by the time it comes back on.
I know.
If it even does.
That
Who's
would-
going into the final round?
I need to request a refund. We were really invested in the show, and there was no indication that we would lose service. So, but yeah, so we're just chilling pretty hard. Tomorrow's a mystery. It'd be cool if Athena showed up.
Yeah.
We definitely extended an invitation to her because she's only like 40-something miles
42
away.
miles.
So we'll see if she makes it up here because it'd be fun for all of us to spend 4th together.
Yeah, if she
drink some
wants to
drinks.
stay here.
Yeah, totally. We can make that happen.
Yeah, I don't know if she. I don't know how to read her feelings. I don't even know her.
Yeah.
I met her for like 4 hours.
Well-
I don't know if she's gonna like come here and then push on, depending on the weather, if she like wants to hang out with us.
I think she would probably want to hang out.
Yeah, right? You're
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. I mean, we're doing the exact same shit that she is, so.
Yeah, why would you want to be alone too?
Yeah, on
That'd
the
be
4th
so
of July.
much more fun to be with people.
It's America's birthday. You can't
I don't give a
celebrate
shit
alone.
about that.
Excuse me. Do we need to go back to Walmart so you can get reacquainted with the people who
Make
your
America
brother?
great.
Yeah, your brother fights for their freedom.
No.
I do want to say too, while you were cooking dinner, your bike has had quite a few issues since we've started. More issues than any other bike.
Yeah.
Which out of the two means she's had 100% of all the issues. But yeah, your right shifter for some reason when you like would shift in certain times, it would keep the little lever thing out, and you'd have to push it manually back to be where it was in its proper position. And so I took a look at it, took the covers off, and it was really dirty. Cleaned it
Yeah,
out.
it's really gross.
Yeah, it was a lot of like dirt, but it's clean now and it works. So piece by piece, your bike gets put back together the way that it's really supposed to be from the beginning.
It's gonna be perfect by the end.
Yep, and then you'll never get on it again.
That's not true at all.
I'm joking.
I love biking.
Prove it. I don't see any. Well, yeah, okay.
What?
I was gonna say I don't see any bike tattoos, but I looked right to your bike tattoo. So,
Yeah.
oops. Yeah,
I also love snakes.
and flower heads.
Those are my other tattoos.
Yeah, flower head. Oh, eye update. I don't think we mentioned that. Your eye. You.
It's a personal struggle.
Oh,
I don't want this exposed to everyone.
I just thought you might want to say that it's like
It's healing.
done. Yeah.
Chopped is
Chopped is
back.
back. We gotta go. All right. Well, we've got 3 seconds left.
Wow, they were using watermelon.
Oh my god.
These people are so...
Oh no.
Ew.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and go.
Yeah. It's a good night.
Yeah, it's a good night.
Probably get breakfast tomorrow. Probably sleep until like maybe 10, hopefully. Probably not.
I don't
Probably
see
like
that happening.
8:30.
Yeah.
At the latest.
But we don't have to get up, so we can stay in
Yes.
bed.
Yes. All right,
Bye.
bye.